every time one of these laws attacking our rights gets passed, women's stories get suppressed. What else can you call taking away the right of a woman to make what she knows is the best decision for herself and her family? A young girl has her future derailed, her story suppressed. A woman tied to an abusive relationship because of an unintended pregnancy, her life fearful. She's fearful one night after the next. Her story is suppressed. We heard about Rep. Bartleman's story being suppressed. Let me tell you about another one. Someone that I'm very close to who was pregnant and in a hospital bed in Alabama. And in Alabama, there's an outright abortion ban. She needed urgent medical attention. She's a black woman, but the doctors and the nurses weren't listening to her. Her temperature was high. She'd already previously lost a baby to an infection. So anytime her temperature was above normal, it was an urgent, emergent issue. And the nurses said, well, just keep an eye on it. Let us know how you feel. Keep an eye on it. Let us know how you feel. She's talking about her pregnancy that she wanted. And she was feeling very sick and very ill, and they were not listening to her. And my heart went out to her. I was so afraid. What if this became a situation where her life was in danger? What would have happened to her? She could have died in that hospital bed, and I would have lost somebody so close to me that day because people were not listening to her. This bill says the quiet part out loud and finishes the work that we started last year with that 15-week abortion ban, which folks tried to wrap up and make it sound real nice and reasonable. It was not, and this is not. This is not reasonable because it amounts to an outright ban. Most women don't know that they are pregnant at 6 weeks. Let's be clear about the silent part. You just don't want women to have choice. Let's talk about the logic of choice for a minute, because I feel like this needs to be clarified. Giving people choice to make their own decisions does not infringe on anybody else's choice. Tying somebody to the way that you believe and how you would choose is not logical. You are tying them to your choice. This is a bill that restricts freedom. I want to be very clear about that. You can tell from some of the bills and initiatives that I've worked on previously that maternal health is very important to me. And for America to be the leading country in this world, we are so blessed and so enriched with so many resources. Our maternal health numbers are abysmal. We should be ashamed, frankly, that we don't do better. And those numbers become far worse when you're talking about minority women and especially black women who are 3 times more likely to die in childbirth. Yeah, this is a bill that matters to me. To me, who represents a district that is not majority black. I don't know if y'all knew that. My district's majority white. It always has been. It's very diverse, and I know many of us represent very diverse districts. Yet this bill matters to me as a black woman who's also heard those old, tired arguments that abortion is a way to suppress the black population. No, it's not any of that. Abortion's health care. Plain and simple. Health care that women enjoyed the right to. For over 50 years, it was protected. Or for 50 years, it was nearly 50 years protected by Roe versus Wade until the Supreme Court threw it out. Regardless of how you feel on this issue, as Americans, we should all be concerned when we have a Supreme Court taking rights away. I'm concerned about the direction that this nation is heading in because of the way that things have become so politicized, that established law has become politicized because of what I understand to be a flaw in logic in tying people's decisions to how certain individuals would choose. It's not right. We've all heard of the golden rule, right? Treat others how you would like to be treated. But how many of us have heard of the platinum rule? Treat others how they would like to be treated. We are not sitting around the kitchen table with these families understanding the pressures that they face. Did you know that most women who seek an abortion actually already have children? And what they're thinking about is the quality of life for the children that they already have, the quality of life for their family, how they're going to get by. So we cannot in one breath say we want effectively an outright abortion ban because we value life, and then not fund affordable housing for over 20 years not fund adequate transportation systems, not give people good living wages, let property insurance rates get out of control, and then say, no, we're doing this because we want to protect life. Doesn't add up. We can't defund our schools and not give people, our traditional public schools, and not give people a pathway to a good life and continue to put stumbling blocks in their way and say that this is about ensuring life and a quality of life. No. Let's go ahead and say the quiet parts out loud. I think it's time that we're very clear with the people of Florida what is happening here. It's an imposition of the will of the minority onto the majority. Now, we've all seen the polls showing how unpopular bills like this are. We watch what happened in 2022 in states that I would argue are redder than Florida, like Kansas and Kentucky and others. Every time abortion was on the ballot, some sort of a restriction or trying to take it away, it was rejected. Every time it was being affirmed, it was approved. Have we learned nothing? Do we not listen to our constituents and to the people of Florida and what they are asking for? While we've been sitting here in this debate, I don't know about you guys, but my emails just keep pinging with people asking me to vote no on this. Please vote no on this. Please protect us. Please allow us to tell our stories, because how many more women will get hurt in the meantime? The meantime matters. It is a matter of life and death. And yeah, I believe life matters. Many of you know this is wrong. You know that it's too far. You know we've gone along with all these culture wars, etc., because of the political times we find ourselves living in. But when will we say that enough is enough? I'm here to tell you today that enough is enough. It is time that we listen to women, that we trust families, and allow them to make these most intimate decisions of home and heart without Tallahassee politicians looking over their shoulders. Please vote down on this bill.